Hi there, Vickie Sicliano here, and thank you for joining me for another episode of the Chronically Empowered Mom podcast. This is episode number 27, and it's about podcasting and blogging and what's been going on with me. So since I started this podcast last year, actually a few months ago, I wanted to get started with kind of talking my thoughts and creating an audience of people that were really interested in being the best versions of themselves, okay, no matter what the challenge. That's really my goal. So I had done a lot of things in the meantime. I recently had a manifestation workshop that the library in my local town, Wayne, New Jersey, hosted. It was fabulous. It was on Friday, and I'm going to have a clip for you available in this episode. I'm going to see how feisty my media creation abilities are. I hope they're as good as I remember I used to be, but I'm not sure anymore. And plus, this is after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and if you'll notice, I'm not really in my normal attire, which is kind of workouty, I'll admit. But this is my my sweatshirt after a nice nap because I had my COVID booster this morning. And it knocked me out a little bit, but you know something? I'll take it over COVID any day. So I wanted to record something that I would have on my podcast because I'm not just ready to take it down. Now, I will have to say this. I had to think about it a lot, whether podcasting was good for me. I actually decided that it is good for me. It's good for me to get my thoughts out. And I really like having the ability to record a video and keep it up on YouTube and not take it down and so it goes away. I have a podcast host called Buzzsprout, and it's very good for me. It had AI, so it would take a look at the words that I said and gave me a transcript. It gave me a podcast title, a few options for. It gave me a description, and it did a pretty good deal. You know, it's not human, so it was AI generated, but it gives you a starting point, and then you can look to see what you might want to redo. So I really loved podcasting with Buzzsprout, and for the time being, I probably will stay on there. I can move down to a free plan, which would allow me to keep my stuff up there for 3 months hosted, but I have to revisit that, and I have to see if it's working for me, because I don't want to overcrowd my life with content production and media creation. I want to get down to the nitty-gritty and do what it is that I want to do. So the media creation, I love recording and stuff, but I don't actually want to do all the technical stuff and make the videos for people to show them how to do it if they want to do it themselves. So forgive me, but you know, I'm kind of in a transition here, but I felt like I owed it to you to at least give you a podcast before I just shut it down or it moves over to someplace else. I'm not going to be shutting down and going away. I'm just moving the platforms that I'm going to be producing this stuff on. So for now, it looks like it's going to be YouTube. YouTube has podcasts now, and they didn't when I was podcasting 9 years ago. So I didn't really know that was an option. So the only way I knew to do it was to have a podcast host, record all of my MP3 files, and then have it up there, and then have that podcast host push it out to the rest of the world and all of the other podcast platforms like iTunes and Spotify, which I think is going away. But there's a lot of other places, Stitcher included, that it does the work for me. It takes my MP3 and then it syndicates it in an RSS feed. So that's really great. You know, that's something I didn't have to worry about. But then there's always the creation of the MP3 file, and everything was done for me with this service called Riverside FM. Now it was, I'm not going to say, it wasn't cheap, you know. I had to pay for a year up front, and luckily they gave me a refund and prorated it, so I didn't have to worry about losing anything. But I just shut it down. I didn't think it was necessary to have a production for interviews and have something that created more than what I needed. I'm just happy sitting down in front of a camera, in front of a microphone and talking to you to give you a positive mindset and share what I'm so lucky to have every day is a positive mindset. And somebody said something to me at the gym so nice today. He thanked me. He said, I never got so many smiles in the morning, and I have to thank you. I looked at him and I said, why are you thanking me? And he said, well, I realized that they're not smiling at me. They're smiling through me to get to you. And I thought that was so funny because I'm always smiling at people at the gym, and it's not made up. It's just that I'm happy to be there. I'm happy to work out another day. Yes, every day I'm there. And I'm really thankful to be part of a community that's accepting of me. And I'm happy to just blow in and blow out of there with a smile on my face. It's never, how are you feeling today, Vickie? Oh, I'm kind of tired. Oh, I'm so tired. I'll never say that, I'll push it out of my eyes, and I may tell you if I'm a little sleepy or something. Told you I had a COVID shot, right? But I'm doing pretty good. I'll just keep hydrated and see how I can fix it. So that's it. I wanted to let you know that I'm revisiting how I'm going to be getting my message out to an audience, you. Thank you for being here. For sharing how you can have a positive mindset, talking about manifestation, meditation, just talking about some positive things. And no matter what happens in your life, there's always someone that's got it worse. So that's my message. And, it's been a long time since I had a podcast. And right there on my vision board behind me, there is where it all started. So I wanted to be able to do a podcast, just like I did when my son was baby and I was holding him. It's a picture right in the middle there. I don't know if you can see it. It's like right there. There it is. He's a baby. And, I did it back then, but I just couldn't continue to do it as well as I had wanted to because I had a lot of other things I was thinking of, being a new mom. So now, he's in aftercare now. We've got him there for about another half an hour more. And I can continue to do this. And then after this, what I will have to do is make sure that I get an MP3 out of it to push it to the podcast, put this video as an MP4, then I have to convert it to an MP3, put that up on YouTube. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that goes on. So don't think that it's just as easy as pushing a button. I'm always trying to refine my processes. So I hope that there is some way that I can actually record on my phone and get everything to where it needs to be. I'm using iMovie now to create this on my computer, and I'm still recording with my Blue Yeti microphone. I have another lavalier microphone that's going to be helpful, and I can actually move with it a lot better than I can with this. Before, when I was setting up, I set up my laptop in the kitchen, and then I was going to just record, and then I said, something? The sound on the computer is not the same as when you use a microphone. And your podcast is as good as your audio. So always make sure that you never gyp your audience and you have what they well deserve is a good sound coming to their ears, because that's the only way that they can communicate and get in touch with you and feel like they know you. So I get that. So that's one thing that I want to do, is always have good sound. But I'm going to have to revisit how I'm producing. So I'm not going to lie. I had to go back and find out where I could cut recording that piece of podcast for you, that video. I talk a lot, and I get that. So I was looking for a space where I could hit stop, because I didn't want to go without introducing this next piece that I'm going to share with you, which comes from my library manifestation magic workshop. Okay, this just happened 1 week ago tomorrow. When you hear this podcast, it should be 1 week from the podcast airing, and it was great. I had my son take off from school just for half a day, and he came to introduce me, and I had my workshop, and it was a workshop I wanted. I didn't want to have a lecture where I was talking at people about making your dreams come a reality. So I'm going to share with you a little piece of the workshop, and I'm going to also share with you his introduction, because I'm sure he'll be pretty happy to see himself up on the podcast and up on YouTube again and know that he did it. And also I want to share with you because it means a lot to me. Okay, so if you want, just drop me a line if you have any questions, And I look forward to hearing from you. Please post your questions and comments for me, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. If he introduced me. So.
Oh, I am too embarrassed.
Why are you embarrassed now?
It's only us.
Come on, dude. It's just us, Verge, my mom, your grandma. Come on.
Sean, we know you already.
Yeah.
You sat.
You go way back.
Right?
And you're a lion.
Yeah.
Roar.
Let's try. You're with friends now.
Okay. It's that there's so many times people laugh.
Okay, no laughing.
No laugh. We won't laugh.
Won't laugh.
I actually think it's funny.
You actually think
You're
it's
gonna
funny?
make us laugh because you're smiling.
We're not laughing at you.
No, it's just happy laugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am thrilled to introduce you to a wonderful person today. Her name is Vickie Siciliano, and she's not only a fantastic mom, but also an expert at making dreams come true through something special called manifestation. Vickie is here to share some amazing secrets about turning your wishes into reality. So get ready to be amazed by Vickie's wisdom and learn about all of the power of manifestation. Without further ado, here's my mommy, Vickie Siciliano.
Hey, good job.
Thank
I
you.
actually always get that messed up.
Thank you. How are you all today?
Great. How are you?
I'm so happy you're not rained out.